Сейчас я хотел бы представить нашим зрителям новую рубрику «Телемост». С помощью наших уникальных технологий, которыми обладает наша редакция, мы смогли установить связь с нашим первым респондентом из замечательной страны Великобритании, Розой Keeler-Schaffeler, которая больше всего вам известна под псевдонимом Keel. Привет, Роза.
Hello. Hi.
First of all, I would like to talk with you about Lean Logic. This is a new project with Nick Carlson.
Yes. So in the lockdown in England, he sent me. I mean, we were talking to each other mainly through our love of Peter Gabriel, and he sent me a song that he had, like an instrumental song, and said, "Would I be up for singing on it?" And I kind of had it for a long time, struggling with it, trying to, because it was so full already. But then eventually I did it and sent it to him, and he was, really happy with it. So he sent me another track called Man Made, and I did that one. And then after that, it was just like constant back and forth of ideas, which is kind of strange for me. I don't work with anyone, so it was interesting in a good way. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that's great. And now I'd like to talk about the philosophy behind this project. As far as I know, the setting of Lean Logic set in 2039, and it is post-ecological disaster.
Yes, so that's kind of cool that you viewed it like that. That was just a video idea, but I think I now realize most of the songs are of that kind of future, looking at the future, not just negatively, but realistically. So the 2039 was the idea behind Safe in a Dream, was the video that we made, and it was that, I should have asked Nick to tell me the real plot, but it's kind of me in a dream and then waking up to the reality of the future, and I find Nick in the river and pull him out, and he tells me all about the future and all the crappy stuff that's happened. And I think it was influenced by the virus, but I've been feeling like that anyway. So since I was a child, internal worry about the planet. Not because of me, just for the planet's sake, which now I don't really understand. I don't know why human civilization needs to continue, really. I don't want to depress everyone.
И сейчас я хотел бы показать вам клип Lean Logic, и мы прервемся с вами на короткую паузу, и скоро вновь вернемся на телемост.
Believing
Итак, мы возвращаемся после нашего замечательного видео, которое предоставил нам Роза группа Logic, и мы возвращаемся к диалогу с ней. So, Rose, Kill Her is one of the most influential projects for Russian lo-fi scene. Well, it may be quite amazing for you to hear, but many of your fans, and you've got a lot of fans in Russia, want to know about how this was it all started. What made you to pick an instrument? And as far as I know, it was maybe a self-therapy.
Wow, that's amazing. That I didn't know that. I think I was friends with the right kind of people at school. You know, people who were into music, and my brother as well. He got me into a lot of music, and he wasn't really interested in making any music though. I don't really know what made that happen, but my dad got me a ukulele, and there's some evidence on the internet of these songs I wrote, and they're awful. But that obviously transferred to guitar, and I guess not knowing how to play something was liberating because I didn't have rules, and I think marijuana helped a lot. It really I don't know, I just wrote a song for the first time, and I think it was Enid Kosel was one of the first, which is quite an old one, and it's obviously about something else, but it was something that I connected to, and I felt a little bit like Enid actually. Like I think I isolated myself at school. Some people thought I was pretentious, and I probably was, but I didn't mean to be. I didn't look down on people. That wasn't what I was doing. Yeah.
The same for me, but this interview is not about me, it's more about you. So
Next time.
Okay. So what are the plans on Kill Her for this or next year?
It's quite loose, I mean, I think it has to be because of the world right now. I have an album in the making, and I've been doing it for a long time. It takes me a long time now. I think because I don't really take drugs now. I mean, I sometimes do, but it used to be very coming out of, I guess I was more relaxed and younger, and I didn't have as much going on. And now when I write, it's definitely means more to me, the song. So it takes me a lot longer to write something, and I spend longer on it. I don't want to put something out that I'm going to be embarrassed about now. Whereas I didn't care about that in the past. Now I care. So yeah, I'm doing this next album, and it's got like a couple of people featuring on it, hopefully you at some point. I've got a few children singing on it, which is really nice. And the songs are all kind of about, I moved to the countryside and I love it, and things like meditation, magic mushrooms. And in terms of playing live, I'm not quite sure. I still don't feel comfortable doing it. but I can't work out if that's a unconscious thing I can change, or I have to force myself through it. I'm not sure. So in a way, this lockdown's been really good because I'm able to learn and work out.
See, the lockdown has a good influence, I think, on the whole DIY and more like a bedroom thing, because it's natural right now. We don't have to pretend that we don't want to go outside. We really can't go outside.
Yeah. I don't feel shame now for sitting inside and writing or not writing and reading and just kind of living. Like that's what I want to do in my life. I don't want to work.
Oh, I see. But I really think that what is going on with Tim Burgess right now is really kind of work for you. And he's a totally big person in music, you know. And how did you meet him? What emotions are on touring with him, and what are maybe the plans with him, if you can speak about it?
Oh yeah. I met him in, I think, 2012. So I went to Nashville and I stayed with our Stevie Moore, and we recorded some stuff together. And then he sent 2 of these songs to Tim Burgess, and Tim instantly said, "Oh, I'd love to put this out on my label." And I knew who he was, but I'm not really clued up with faces and famous people that well, really. But I was, it took me to the Charlatans, and I actually really like a lot of their songs, so I was excited by that. And then eventually, so he put it out, and then we played a gig together. So I supported the Charlatans in London, which is really quite scary. It was a big show, and a lot of people there who were there for the Charlatans and not for Keel. So ever since then I've been kind of in touch with him. But in the last year or 2 years, he's been more like a proper friend. Like, we talk, and he introduced me to transcendental meditation, and his producer Daniel O'Sullivan approached me to ask if I would want to be in the band. So I really enjoy it, actually. It's because I don't like playing live. I actually like playing live in his band. The focus isn't really on me, so it's good. And everyone in the band is very, very sane, but also insane. So we went to New York just before the lockdown and played some shows at, I think it was called New Colossus, which is like something before South by Southwest. And I'd never had so much fun, really. By the end of it, my face was, from smiling, I was just so tired. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. So, it's pity, but it's my last question, because it's really a great way to communicate through the video game. What will you do first in case of music when it's all?
I have a show booked for Keeler that I have to do, which will be fun, actually. I'm looking forward to playing again, and I'm working out a new set list, and I've got a few new band members and stuff like that. But in terms of my life, I guess seeing family and children is something I miss, like hanging out with kids and older people and people that we're not really allowed to see because they're more vulnerable and stuff. And also, although I don't want to pollute more, I do really want to go where you are, come visit you and visit my friends in other countries. But I don't know when that will happen.
I hope it will happen really soon, and I really hope that I will be able to come to your place, and you will be able to come to Russia, because there are no live shows of Keel here in Russia, actually, and there are lots of guys and girls and my parents even that would like to come to your show.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, cool. Well, I would love to play in Russia. Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
Мы
anytime.
можем,
That's,
ну, как
we can help you with it a little bit. So,
Роза Keeler-Schaffeler в нашей студии. Спасибо ей большое, что она была с нами. Спасибо тебе большое, Роза. Мы к тебе еще вернемся скоро. Друзья, наш первый телемост. Спасибо большое. Мы прерываемся на короткую вставку и поздравляю всех с первым интернациональным телемостом в нашей студии.